Hi everyone, hope you well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Win. Once again, thank you for your continued support. Really do appreciate everything you do to contribute towards the growth of CoinsKid. A really big thumbs up to each and every one of you helping CoinsKid grow into what it is, okay? Thank you very much. So hope you had a really good weekend. I hope you have a really good week moving forward as well. So yeah, just going to dive into Win right now. So you can see basically when I first took this on, it was going parabolic basically, and I called the blow off top. And I said to you, just be careful. There was a lot of trolls on them particular videos. I remember like saying you don't know what you're talking about and stuff like that. Win's going to $1 and stuff, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, just always apply a level of common sense in the future. If you do start to see Win go parabolic again, or any particular crypto project, you know, don't buy highs. That's it. You know, don't buy all-time highs. It's a thing. Remember it. Don't buy all-time highs effectively, and that's what it was doing. It's creating these all-time highs. It had this big parabolic green candle there, and what happens when you buy big green candles? You get big red dildos, okay? And you've had consistently red dildos, and now I know people are panicking and worrying. So I'm just doing this update just to show you, level of reassurance. You are holding support relatively well. There might be a little bit of a correction in coming. I'm always going to tell you what I see. So there is a key level of support you do need to keep an eye on, okay? That if it was to lose it, you may see another little correction, but it's not a bad thing, because all you would be doing is back testing support again and hopefully holding it, because that would just continuation in an uptrend basically. So what this particular price prediction just here is based off Fibonacci, okay? Because you can see from there to there, you effectively just there, that's it. So you can see effectively that what you did, you had that top and then the bottom, and then what you've done, you've marched onwards and upwards, and this is exactly where you ran into a level of resistance right there, the 1414, and you hit it and start to roll. That's what gave me the assumption basically that you was running into a level of resistance. Be careful, because you are potentially looking at a roll, and you can see you got a little bit overextended and you started to roll, and you've back tested the key level of support right there. So you've back tested the 20, which is lovely. You've actually wicked down, which was a previous swing high. What we'll do, look at the daily time frame right now for Win, and you can see exactly. I remember giving you this as well. I'm going to get rid of this fib right now, because you can see effectively the next impulsive wave where it's going to go to, okay? So you've got that price appreciation up there, which it will get to, in my opinion, but not financial advice. So right now you can see that when we broke down here, I gave you this particular price support point, because that's what happens. And remember this in the future, when you start to see the candlesticks, basically the price action, okay, when it starts to lose support and lose the EMAs especially, and especially at the 55 on the daily or any time frame or any hour, 15 minute or whatever, remember that when you lose those, you always fall to a previous swing high support, and that's exactly what you did there. And I did say to you at the time, I do remember, it's a few weeks ago now, but I remember put some cheeky bids in down there, and you may potentially see a little upside to Win, and that's exactly what you got. To the high was 122%, and to this particular level right now, you're still up 75% on that particular bid right there. So that's great, that's fantastic. But you have got a little pattern in here, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. You have got a bit of a pattern just here. Do you see this particular pattern just here? Okay, this is a support pattern just there, that if Win does start to close below that, you will look a bit of a more downside effectively. I'm always going to tell you what I see. So if you do start to see Win close below this on the daily, okay, 0011565, you may see it start to fall a little bit further and come down to test another key level of support, and I will show you exactly where that key level of support is right now. So it's effectively from the candle there down to the bottom like that, and you could see that if Win does lose it, you would sort of come down to this particular level here where you've already actually tested as a bottom. Do you see that? Because when this corrected down there, you hit a bottom, start to come back up, and then you came back down, you found that base off the swing high just there. Do you see that? Boom, beautiful target, mate. It's a little bit high down there. Look, perfect, absolutely perfect. So remember that going forward. When things lose the EMAs, look at the previous swing high as a base level of support. So you could see Win sort of roll a little bit, okay? And if it does lose this key level of support, 0.0011565, you may see another little roll, losing the EMAs on the daily, and I would expect this to actually come back in as a really key level of support. Now failing that, if you do start to see it lose that, then do anticipate that key level of support as right well to make a retest of that support line there, which would absolutely make a bit of a double bottom. But right now I'll show you what's happened to Win. It's basically come down, it's gone back, it's made a high obviously, and then it's come back down, and as it's formed this bottom, it started to go back up. So you've got this bottom, yeah, these high lows, do you see this? But when you've come back up, you've run out of steam, you've rolled effectively. Do you see this? So you've created this double top effectively, this sort of extinguished buying pressure, so to speak, where you've come up and you should really have come back up and made another higher high and done something like this, continue the uptrend. So what you've got now is a base of consolidation where if you adhere to this, okay, you could just get choppy, a bit more consolidation before taking off again. Or if you do start to lose this level of support, you are looking at a bit of a reversal and coming back down to test this key level of support right there, which you've already tested. Do you see that? So it's effectively a reversal pattern that you've got going on. Double top, look, double M top pattern. Do you see that? Running out of steam. You know, the bias is you're running out of steam effectively. So you've got that selling pressure there as well. Look at that, the wick that pushing you down. So it's not looking too clever for Win. It needs to bounce off this key level now, not fall in under this particular level. The 55 might save you, because by the time this comes up like this, you know, you might actually come back down and actually get the kiss off 55, sending you back up into space there, because we have got that price prediction up there, as you can see, off the next impulsive wave, which is starting to form, because this is an impulsive wave. You know, you've come down this corrective wave, you know, you're forming this impulsive wave, and you're slowly but surely sort of creeping up, so to speak. But if you do start to lose this, you're looking more of a sort of reversal wave than a sort of impulsive wave taking you up. You're looking more of a sort of inversal wave, where if you lost that, you would come back down to this particular level. So do keep an eye on these targets they'll give you for Win. You can't afford to see it lose that, because if it does, you're going to be looking at that, and then if it loses that, you're going to be looking at that. And again, put cheeky bids in on those particular targets right there. So if Win was to continue to correct, okay, and lose this key level of support right now from here and start to close below it, you could be looking at a bit of a, you know, a 20% correction for Win right there, taking it back down to sort of make this effectively sort of double bottom in itself, you know, where you come back down, hopefully get the trend reversal before moving on, because I do see more appreciation for Win. But the thing you've got to be careful for Win is, and I will always tell you, I'll say, the thing you have got to be careful for Win is, if you do start to collapse here and come down to this level and lose that, look how close you are to the EMAs, okay? You would potentially start forming a bearish cross right here, which is a big tick to, you know, a massive downtrend, especially on the daily, okay? Because once you're under the EMAs, it's so difficult to get back above them as you are here. Look, I'll show you on the weekly. So do keep an eye on that for Win. I don't anticipate we will though, but you can see when you come under the EMAs, you're in a downtrend, and you're above them, you're in an uptrend. As you bullish cross, you buy and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid. But I think personally, you know, what you're doing here is you're entering a level of consolidation, and you're just back testing support, and you are holding support, so to speak, and yeah, for continuation. But the fact that you failed to make a higher high here, that shows that you're running out of steam on a daily, okay? So do anticipate you need to bounce off that support for potential more upside for Win. So yeah, that's basically it. Give you the breakdown targets there. If you do start to see it close below that and sort of lose this 55, especially on the daily, then you could be looking at a potential buyback zone at that particular level, which is effectively where you bounce just there as well. Do you see that? So yeah, do put some cheeky bids in if you do start to see it correct a little bit more, because if it does get any deeper than that, you know, from that point there, you're looking at a whopping 40% correction right down there. And I would imagine that is your bearish cross on the daily. You would start to sort of take a look at the weekly. You would start to sort of fall right down below the weekly 20, potentially coming back down to the 55 and potentially losing that, and that in itself is a big precursor to the end of the run there for Win. But honestly, you know, I've not got a crystal ball, but I don't anticipate that. I anticipate that we're getting supported really well, and we're looking relatively healthy for continuation after this long boring level of consolidation, primarily because you got too overextended, and that's the truth of it. Take care, everybody. I will try and keep you updated on Win at all times, but yeah, stay strong, stay healthy, and stay tuned. I'll be back again with another Win update. Take care. Bye-bye.